Okay, so Manasi, first of all, a warm welcome to GlitzVisionUSA.
I think Dear Father was a very special experience for me. Years ago, when Paresh Rawal was making a play, he had called me saying that I'm making a play called Dear Father and I'd love for you to act in it. But at that point, I could not because of certain things. I was committed to other projects. And I kept thinking, oh my God, he's asked me to work with him and I had to say no. And then, when I got a call after all these years from him saying that now it's turning into a film and he would like me to work with him, I said, of course, it goes without saying. And it's so great to know that he remembered the fact that he still wanted to work with me. There are so many good actresses out there. So I think I'm really lucky that I got this great opportunity to work with him. And it's a very meaty role. I play his Bahu. And unlike a normal Bahu who is very docile and sweet, she's a very cutthroat, very blunt, modern, strong woman of today. And the whole tussle between the father-in-law and the daughter-in-law for me was very exciting. I think this film, Dear Father, is about complex human relations. It's about a relationship between a father and his son, between a father and his daughter-in-law, and essentially it's also a statement on the older generation versus the younger generation. So overall, Dear Father is I think like a very overarching film on modern society. I think all the fans who've been following my work since some time now, they will realize that I only do stuff, any project it is, whether it's a television show, whether it's a web show or a serial or a film. I always make sure that I'm doing something which is noteworthy, and Dear Father is no exception. In Dear Father, I play the character of Alka, and I think a lot of people have not seen me in this avatar because they've always seen me as a very happy or a very emotional person. But Alka is somebody who's really blunt, and she will just give you a piece of her mind if you give her any shit. Not at all. In fact, I think my father is like the most modern guy ever on this planet. And it's only because of the fact, the way he's raised me, that I turned out to be like this. He's always supported me in everything I do. He's always supported my career. He always is excited about whatever I do. He's my biggest Pankha's fan. Because whatever I do, he'll share it with everybody. He'll forward it on WhatsApp. Not just once, but two to three times, saying my daughter's done this, my daughter's doing this, my daughter's coming in this film, she's done this show. So I think I get so much support and love from him, and he's always telling me, Manasi, come on, you can do it. You should do it. So what if you have a daughter now and you're you're a mother now? You still have to work. So he's never ever reminded me of me being a girl. He's always raised me as a boy. So I think that, I'm so fortunate to have a father who's always been supportive. So I was very nervous, to be very honest, because he's done 450 shows of this play. And I joined the cast like literally at the last minute. And I was nervous because I'd heard things about Paresh ji being very blunt and being very, So, I went on set. And Paresh ji is so amazing because he's got this very straight-faced humor. He looked at me and he said, Manasi, जो कुछ भी तुमने मेरे बारे में सुना है, वो सब सच है. So that really broke the ice because I started laughing and I realized that being with him was going to be a joyride, which it totally was, because at the end of the day he's such an amazing actor and he loves his job so much that he was all out in every scene, for every rehearsal, for every script reading, he was there. Right. So that I think was a great experience. As an actor, the one very important thing that I've learned from Paresh is constantly reading the script. Did you get the rhythm of it so well that it's literally in your zehen? So script पढ़ना बहुत ज़रूरी है. And secondly, rehearsal. I think you should just keep rehearsing a scene as much as you can. He's such a senior actor. He doesn't need to rehearse. He's done 450 shows of this play. But no, every day on set, he'd be like, no, let's do a rehearsal, let's do a blocking, let's do a rehearsal, let's do a line read. So he was constantly at it. And just seeing his enthusiasm at this age, after doing 150 plus films, that's what I want to be like when I grow up and become his age. There was this one scene, I'm not going to tell you too much because I don't want to reveal too much about a film because it's a thriller. But there was this one scene where I have a really huge fight with him.
Okay.
And I'm very angry when I'm fighting with him, but I'm also supposed to start crying while I am angry. So it was very complex, like there was lots of layers, in this whole scene, and I was really nervous. But he stood there and he said, Manasi, you can do it, let's do it, take after take. He's like, yes, one more, let's do one more. And by the time we got a final take, which was fabulous, he looked at me and said, super. So he encouraged me, he was supporting me. I mean, that scene I remember very clearly, I'll never forget.
Right.
I think the biggest change that's happened after the lockdown and because of OTT has been that अब ये regional, Gujarati, South Indian, Marathi, ये सब हटा के it's just become about cinema.
Yeah.
If you give good cinema to the audience, they don't care who the star is, who the actor is. They just want to see if it's an engaging enough film. And I think that's such a great opportunity for actors like us who are waiting to do good work and who might not be the quintessential Bollywood stars but want to do good work. And I have always been a believer of good scripts, and which is why in Gujarati, this is my second Gujarati film, I'm doing 2 more. So I'm looking out for very challenging, very different kind of roles, and I'm getting those. So it's a great time to be an actor right now. I think it's the best time ever. I want to work with very good makers and I want to tap my full potential. I think I have a lot of dimensions to me as an actor, and I want somebody to come up to me and say that, Manasi, अब इसको ऐसे करते हैं यार, ये तो जो तुमको जैसे सब देखते हैं, let's just change that and subvert it. I want to play a really negative character. I want to play something which I have never done, like just cross my comfort zone and do things I've never done before. So I'm open for any challenge.
Yeah.
I think I just love my job a lot, and when you love something you have to, किसी से प्यार करते हैं तो तकरार भी होगी, रोना भी होगा, बहुत सारी शिद्दतें होंगी, लेकिन उसके बाद प्यार जीतेगा. And I think that's been the case, touch wood, with me in my journey. Of course, I think it's a never-ending journey because there's so much more to do. But there have been lots of moments in my career where I have been very low because you don't get the kind of work that you want to do, the kind of work that's coming your way you don't really like, or maybe people are not casting you the way you think they should. But I think it's all part of the process. I think every creative person goes through that because there is no set formula in entertainment business so far, and the only thing that works for you is constant patience, determination, never giving up, and passion. My daughter, like today only I uploaded like this ad that I did on YouTube, and she's like, Mama, I want to see your ad. So she saw the ad and she's like, wow, Mama, you've done a good job, So she's too cute and she supports me. I have to leave her for days together when I'm shooting a feature film.
Right.
And even though she's just 5 years old, she does cry. It's not easy, but she understands that I have to work, and then she kind of like, okay, Mama, I miss you, but okay, fine, finish your shooting and then come, So it's tough being a working mother in whichever field you are.
Yeah.
But when you're an actor, then it's like, because you're traveling, you're away for so long, it's very difficult to kind of keep the mother in you balanced, because sometimes even I miss her a lot. It becomes tough, but you do it. To all the viewers of GlitzVisionUSA, this is Manasi Parekh, and I'm sending a lot of love to all of you across the oceans. Our film Dear Father is releasing on 4th March. It's with Paresh Rawal, Chetan Dhanani and myself. It's a thriller, it's a family drama, and it's also a social film. So it's got all the elements of a great watch. You must definitely get out of your houses and go out to the theatres and watch Dear Father. Hi, I'm Manasi Parekh and you're watching me on GlitzVisionUSA.